customers. Having a black business is not easy for a black client.
Right, guys, so my name is Alicia and this is Alicia's Journal. Today we have another episode of the Black History Project and we have a very special guest. This guest is so special, you have no idea, and has contributed to this project in a very big way. So my guest today is Mr. Zeal Obryan. Welcome, Mr. Zeal.
Yeah, thank you very much.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good.
Doing well?
Very well.
Okay, so Mr. Zeal, your labels, things that you actually are doing right now.
Yeah.
Creative Director of Fashion Afrique, right? In the UK,
Yes.
right here in Wolverhampton,
Exactly.
right where we're filming now. One of the things that people probably don't know is all of the pictures that we see right here, right now, down to what I'm wearing today, has been created and designed by you, handcrafted, right? And so you gave us the opportunity to come into your space in Wolverhampton and try on all your amazing clothes and take pictures. And you really were a huge support. So we want to thank you for that. Yeah, we really do honor and we respect you. And we want to just say thank you so much. Because if it wasn't for you, none of this would really be brought to life. So we appreciate you.
All right, good.
So, Mr. Zeal, you are a second generation tailor. Is that right?
Yes.
So your father was a tailor?
Yes.
Okay, so you learned the trade from very young.
Yes, but basically it's more like passion. And we've seen my dad as a tailor. Oh, well, it could be out of just for livelihood for him. But for me, it's more of something of passion. But I didn't just get the opportunity to go into tailoring, understand me, because it's more like this time thing. Because even as I graduated, I studied English, Edo State University.
Delta State University.
Edo State University.
Yeah.
I'm from Delta, but I studied English at University of Birmingham. And I proceeded to China to pick up a second degree in language. Well, of course, you know, China being a fast emerging, is a fast economy.
Yeah.
And I felt, you know, if I have to study the language, you know, it gives me opportunity for jobs and other stuff, you know. And then I pick up a second degree. It's a diploma in Mandarin. You know, in Beijing Language University.
Right.
You know, and where I studied for just 2 years.
Right, okay.
And after then, you know, I started as a translator.
Okay.
So I've got this clothing company, Chinese clothing company. Because one thing with China is for every factory or every they have a translator.
Okay.
You know, and these translators are more like if they have foreign guests, you know, these translators, it's his duty to go to the airport, pick up this foreign guests to the factory, do negotiations and meetings and stuff like that. So I started working as a translator for a clothing brand.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
In China.
So you learned the language?
Yes, I learned the language in school.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a job as a translator for a clothing brand. Of course, the point there is these foreign investors don't come every day. And for the Chinese, if they're paying you money for anything, they make sure that every day you are productive.
Yeah.
So they don't want like I just stay in the office and wait for a foreign guest to come before I do my work. So they practically trained me as a tailor, whereby I work every day with other tailors in the company.
So you're always doing stuff, always keeping going, doing stuff.
Yes,
so as you're learning the language, you're also doing the tailoring and you're working stuff like with them as well.
I also have the idea of tailoring from my dad.
Okay.
Understand me? So it's easier, you know. So, but then the passion is also there. So that makes the whole thing good.
So talk to me about like growing up as a young black boy from Africa, obviously. What was it like for you growing up? What were some of the narratives or things that you heard growing up, positive or negative, that inspired your journey today?
Oh, way back, where I come from, I've always been a socialite.
Okay, so where in Africa specifically are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay.
Okay, and I'm from Asaba. So I've always been. I'm that one that when it comes to Christmas, there's a lot of expectation. I'm the one arranging the parties for the girls, and then I have quite a lot of friends. Quite popular
In your community.
in my community.
Yeah.
I'm known to be this kind of sociable person. I'm known to know how to arrange parties. So I've got friends, from rich homes, and then I'm just from an ordinary home. So these guys, they like to associate with me because at the end of maybe the Christmas time, they give me money, print the invitation cards, spread around, get the girls, and then I get the hall, and then things are happening. So quite a lot of friends I have. So it was childhood was quite an exciting one.
Okay. So that would explain your personality, because you're quite a youthful, vibrant person. And so you're describing you when you was younger.
It's also helping me in today's business because, if you check my reviews, Facebook review, I've got like 50,000 followers.
I saw it.
Online.
I was like,
wow.
And
then I've got like 96 over 100 reviews, because the business is not about tailoring. It's also communication, the way you approach your customers.
Right.
So I believe my childhood, has also helped in molding me in a way that anybody can approach me. And no matter how difficult the situation, I have a way. Every now and then we see difficult customers. Having a black business is not easy for a black client.
Right.
I mean, because it's different from, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. You're saying that it's more challenging sometimes when you have service for your own people.
Especially, this is not a buy and sell thing. It's not like somebody has come to your shop and pay you money and take. This is more like service.
Right.
So if you are making clothing for somebody, the person wants to get value. 100% value for his money. Understand me? So the fitting has to. And sometimes you see these difficult people, no matter what you do, they still don't appreciate it.
Still not appreciate it.
I think my childhood really helped me, mold me to deal with different kind of people.
Right. Okay. So you really are a people person. You had these events when you was younger, and you was really, really popular. You had friends from all over. You had friends who were very wealthy. You had friends from humble beginnings. But for some reason, people were really drawn to you, to your spirit, to your energy. And you was able to capitalize off that to the point where you now have 40 to 50,000 people on social media. So people... I think that's important to say, because people don't necessarily buy the products or the service. They buy people, right? And so that speaks to who you are at your core.
Recommendations, because when you treat your customers well and they go and then let the products, make sure the customer have value, good value for their product. And when they go out there, oh, this is nice, who made it for you? They always willing and happy to give out my contacts. It's really helped me a lot.
And you mentioned some of the challenges. You said obviously it's not easy being a black business owner, and obviously primarily your customers being black also. What were some of the other challenges that you had being a black business owner?
Oh, the major one actually is this. It's easy for to be sincere. I know I'm not trying to run a particular black community down, and no.
It's okay.
My easiest clients are the Jamaicans.
Okay.
And then I have 55 or 60% of my clients are there, and I'm always, anytime I deal with them, it's easier than the African clients.
Okay.
Understand me? For the Jamaicans, as long as you give them what they want, they're happy with it. They will pay you for it. First, for the African, first, he will want to price down.
Okay.
Do
you think that's a cultural thing, though? Because
for the Africans, if, for example, they know how much it costs
back home.
Right. But when they come here, they don't consider the fact that my rent is costing me 1,200.
Yes.
Just to pay the rent.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about the other bills. It's not inclusive.
Right.
So you cannot have
That
The mentality that, oh, in Africa we buy this at this particular price. And moreover, most of the fabrics I use, I import it from Africa.
Right.
I have a DHL account, and you know how expensive a DHL could be.
Yeah.
So most of the materials we use for tailoring, you can't see it in the local market. So you
Absolutely.
definitely have to import from Africa. So put all this together.
Yeah.
You know, so when they come to my shop, they say, no, this in Africa we could get it for this. You know, and sometimes explaining to them is difficult for me to let them know that, look, I'm paying my bills here. I have, you know, I pay in pounds.
Yeah.
I'm not paying in African currency.
Right,
So these are the challenges. These are major challenges.
I get what
actually.
you mean. Shout out to our sponsors, Arts Council England, Fashion Afrique, and Anais Art. Without you, none of this would be possible. You truly have helped to keep our vision and our mission going. Also, if you're an individual or organization that would like to collaborate with us and you believe in collaboration over competition, then email us at blackhistoryproject2025@gmail.com. I mean, I think that's a lot of, you know, because obviously you've here in the UK, the UK economy is so different. You obviously have the overhead. You have to think about your rent. You have to think about, you know, the tax, and, you know, you have to think about import costs. And so I think a lot of people don't really think about that in general when they're haggling down the price, because they don't understand that actually you have additional costs. It's not just the material and making the clothes.
Yeah.
There's other unseen costs as well.
A lot, quite a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. So I think what I want to talk about is, you know, seeing yourself in this way, because, you know, I think you had about 2 outfits. You had a white outfit, remember, on the day?
Yeah.
And then you had this red outfit.
Yeah.
So talk to me about, like, when you see yourself in this picture with your cane, like, you're giving authority, you're giving strength, you're giving, like, masculinity. How does it really feel to see yourself in this way in pictures like this, especially in the spaces that they're typically not seeing Black people in?
Yes, that is one area of culture that that is why I like being involved in projects like this, to spread out our culture. And when we talk about culture, it's a way of life, fashion, food, and the rest of it. Understand me? So this is just my own part in spreading. Thank God for internet today.
Right.
People I'm telling you, if you come to my shop, there is no day I don't have at least 3 or 4 white people come into the shop to appreciate the beauty, the vibrant beauty of the fabrics. They buy, understand me? They love it, understand me?
Right.
So, and also if you go online today, you see other people, other races appreciating, because of course, through the online, I mean, people are beginning to see our culture and really appreciate it.
So it's being exposed now.
Yes,
the world can completely see that
this
is what
it
it is.
The only area that we are lacking is to carry the younger generation along.
Wow.
Especially, I was trying to talk to somebody today about the Asian community, the kids born from Asian.
Young.
The young, there's no Asian community, any Indian kid that wouldn't speak Hindu, or what they call the language. Native language. I've never seen one.
Right.
And when they go to school, they go with what they call it,
the traditional turbans. Yeah.
What does that say? It shows how proud they are. Understand me? They listen to their music. These are all cultural things. You know, why is it different from the African kids?
Right.
I've not seen any African kids born of I mean, you know, probably are from Africa who speaks the language.
Yeah.
You know, because they are born here.
Right.
And but this is parental thing. I mean, it has to do from how these kids are being brought up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely hearing you talk about the fact that there's a disconnect, right?
Yeah.
Especially like me, I was born here, my family are Jamaican, but the reality is I come from a part of Africa, right? And so I think what we don't really speak about is that slavery, it uprooted a lot of us, right? And so we have that disconnect, and so we're not really able to fully embrace our
I'll
actual
go back
culture and go back,
I'll go
right?
back to
And go back to where we originally came from. And so
yeah.
for that reason, we wear the Western clothes, right? We feel comfortable in the Western clothes. But what you're saying is typically when you see people who are of Asian heritage, they will wear the traditional turbans, for example, right? And they will wear it really proudly.
Yeah.
And so we should start to embrace those things
Exactly.
as well, and start to
Exactly.
remember that, you know,
Yes.
these are our traditional clothing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I'm glad that I wore this today, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was walking around Wolverhampton today and people was treating me like I was like royalty. They was treating me like I was like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
This is good.
yeah.
So I really can see how these types of clothing command a certain authority.
Exactly.
Right? They give people stare at you just in awe
Yeah.
and amazement. And I think you need to just be mindful that
Yeah.
this is something you
I
made.
walked into the NatWest Bank this morning and all these white staffs there, they were like, oh, this is nice. We love They've been seeing me anyway, but then
Yeah.
today they really have appreciated and
paid attention to your garments.
Yes, so yeah.
Okay. So I think one of the things that, you know, I really wanted to get your take on is, we was in your space. When we took these pictures, a lot of them was taken at the top of your shop, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, we was in and out, we was taking like clothes here and there, we was choosing this, we was choosing that.
Yeah.
Like, how did it feel for you when everything was going on in that moment?
Yeah, quite excited. In fact, when Darren came, you see, I have these clothes,
Yeah.
you know, these fabrics, you know,
Yes.
you know, in my shop, but I didn't see the aesthetic,
Okay.
the beauty of it.
Right.
I just kept it there because it's easy for my customer to come and say, oh, I like this or I like that.
To choose the fabric.
You know?
So you're talking about the actual fabric here.
Yes,
What
yes.
people don't know is that these are actual fabrics. This is a display that you have.
Yeah, these are the paper. But
Right.
when the photographer came, he said, he looked at it and said, oh, this could serve as a good background. Oh, I now realized that, oh, it's now becoming a thing of art.
Right.
You understand me? And then when the whole process started, I thought I was so excited because it all came out well.
Yes.
Understand me? It all came out very well.
It
So,
did. It
yeah.
did. How do you feel like projects like this can benefit the community?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It will go a long way to spread more of what we are made of, culture.
Right.
You know, I mean, when you look at it from aspect of fashion, understand me? Because when it was open for exhibition,
Yes.
I could see even people who are not Africans, you know, the curiosity, you know, the attention they were paying. And then, you know, so it was, for me, I feel very, very proud to be part of this exhibition. And I was asking Area, I said, look, can't you come up with more ideas, you know, things that,
I'm just tired.
yeah, things that could, you know, make us sell more
Yeah.
of these cultures, you know, different
Yeah.
projects, and then, you know, and every time I always give her one or two tips she may think about. And
Yeah.
but I guess she has so much in her hands now. And
Absolutely.
Then,
No,
so,
you know, to be fair, I think there is a lot that has come from it already, and I look forward to where projects like this, or this particular project, can take us.
Okay.
And like I said, none of this would even be possible without you. I mean, the number one thing is, you know, we want to make sure that the voices that are typically underrepresented are heard, and those voices are amplified, right? And so what I really want to ask you is, how does it feel? I know you have about 50,000 followers on social media,
yeah.
but they know you in a different capacity, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
They know you as Mr. Zeal, the tailor. But how does it feel to be in this space right now where you're talking to me and having these conversations and knowing that your story is being put out there?
Oh, yes. You know, in fact, I've never taken social media so serious until during the COVID
Okay.
period, where everybody seems to be home, business wasn't moving. And I told myself, I mean, I can't live like this. So that's when I started taking social media very serious. And then it has really, really helped me, because for the first time, I put in an idea that is still helping me till today, you know, whereby I can walk people through measurement online, you know, and it has never happened. I've never been so serious about it. I mean,
Previously, before
previously,
COVID.
because
Yeah.
people have to walk into the shop and take
Yeah.
the but do you know that now I have 60 to 70% of people I make clothes and don't even visit my shop. They are online
Wow,
because
okay.
I created a way that right there from the comfort of your home,
Right.
I can take your measurement
Okay.
and then get it right. So 3 things are involved. Now I created an album, what we call an online album, where I have like almost 25,000 photos
Okay. Of your clothing.
not, it's like an album. It
Oh,
could
it's an
be
album.
it could be style idea from other tailors.
Okay, okay.
Understand me? But you know, whatever you have chosen, probably idea from other, we bring it to life.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay,
So
okay.
so basically, right from your home, we send you this album, and then I had also made a video of how we can walk you through measurements. So you choose which one is easier for you. We can do video calls. You know, we can send you a guide whereby you look at the guide. As long as you have a measuring tape,
Yeah.
you follow the guide, we can get it right. Sometimes if you don't have measuring tape, we send one to you. You know, next day delivery, and you get it. So we've made it so easy. You know, tailoring so easy that you can have a customized clothes made. And then we also have another album where we have fabrics. You see, like these fabrics you see here, they're all online. So what we have to do, you tell us, do you want to use the lace fabric or the cotton fabric? Once you say the cotton fabric, we send you an album that contains more close to about 500 of this fabric in stock. You see them on photo online, and then you choose what you want.
Right.
You know, so it's more like a logistic thing that works right. And
I think that's really important, right? Because a lot of businesses closed down, and I'm talking about during COVID, a lot of high street stores closed. They couldn't adapt, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't adapt
Yes.
and stay sustainable because a lot of people were doing online shopping now.
Yeah.
And so they wasn't going into the shops typically
Exactly.
to choose the clothes and go through the
Yeah.
rails. But you, as a
We had
small business owner,
yes,
you was able to sustain
yes,
yourself
I didn't
through
feel
COVID,
exactly,
right? And you created an alternative
Yes.
for your customers where they can go online
Exactly.
and you can get measured online, and anything you want, you make it.
You make it, and that's sent.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's actually helping me more today than people walking into the shop for measurement, because you know I have clients US, Canada, Australia, UK, anywhere you are, you understand me, and they feel comfortable because at the end of the day, 2 things are involved. Make sure your reviews are good. You know, first thing people do in UK before they especially in services, when you have to offer the service, they go to your reviews to check what other people have said. So there are situations whereby even if the fault is not mine, you know, sometimes I do refund to my client, even if it's not my fault. Why? Because I'm saving my reviews.
Yeah.
Understand me?
Absolutely.
So once you have a good review, understand, people can trust you and have confidence in you. So when I take them online measurement, they know, I mean, that it's going to come out well. And then another thing, the good precisions, good materials, you know. I give guarantee for my materials. I can tell you, okay, you have to use it for 1 year. Dry clean, wash it, because I myself, I have a special machine. When I go to market to buy materials, I test it.
Right.
You know, because this is UK.
Okay.
You know, I mean, there should be standard for if you're paying for something, you should get 100%.
Quality.
There.
Right.
So
you have a machine when you go to check for, for the quality.
I test the material to make sure that because you can know.
Right.
But you have to test, because if you make a clothing for somebody and, for example, put it in a washing machine and the color goes off, I mean, you know,
then
it doesn't say good for your brand.
Yeah. I understand. I think that's you know, I think it really shows your tenacity. It shows just how, you know, you think about the customer.
Exactly.
You adapt to the customer. You adapt to the economy. And you're still here years and years later. So I think that's really a testament to who you are as a businessman.
Exactly.
There's going to be people, young boys in particular, that, you know, come from Africa. You're born and raised in Nigeria, and they have hopes, they have dreams, they have aspirations,
Exactly.
things that they want to achieve. You said earlier that you had one idea and it's been sustaining you all this time. So what advice would you give to, you know, people who are up and coming and they have a hope and a dream, and they want to do something with their lives? What would you say to them?
Well, for the younger generation,
For the younger generation.
go with your passion. For every passion anybody has, there's a way you can make a living. And you see, one thing with tailoring this business, it's not like something you wish you have passion for something. You don't have to struggle for it. You look forward to. I wake up early in the morning. I have a ritual, 2 hours of social media. I have to do content, post it out there for people to see my product, for people to see my product, both in Google, TikTok, Facebook, you know. So, and then after then, you know, I can do it. I don't do much of it tailoring any longer because now I have
You have people
who does
Right.
it. But of course, it's my brand. For every tailor who is doing my work, I check it. I make sure you're good at, you know, what you're doing. Understand me? So more of what I do now is like creative. That is why I called myself creative director of the company, because it's more like making sure that everything is
as it should be.
Yes. So and all this is passion for me, you know. So if as a young man, follow your passion, understand me, make a living out of it, understand me. The goal is your limit.
The goal is your limit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Zeal, for being here, and thank you for being a part of this project.
Thank you very much.
And being a sponsor. We really, really appreciate you. Guys, if you want to connect with Mr. Zeal, all his information will be down in the description box below. But until then, take care, be blessed, and we'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.